I would like to grow mushrooms, but how and where do I start? Never mind. In this video, you will get supported to start growing. This is a comprehensive, rewritten guide focused entirely for beginners. It maintains the detailed, step-by-step roadmap to help you start mushroom growing as a hobby or business. This is part 1. This is part 2. Make sure you look for it too. A beginner's guide to your first mushroom growing and mushroom harvest. Welcome to mushroom growing. You are about to embark on a journey that is part science, part art, and part pure magic. Growing mushrooms is unlike growing any plant. You will be working with an organism that exists in a kingdom all its own, a network of fine, white threads that can break down matter, build soil, and create stunning, delicious, and medicinal fruits from thin air. This guide is your marathon map. We won't be sprinting. Mushroom growing requires patience, observation, and respect for the process. The biggest mistake new growers make is rushing. The second biggest is giving up after their first failure. If you're enjoying today's video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to see it, and make sure you smash that subscribe button so you don't miss our next one. Our goal here is to give you the knowledge to avoid those common pitfalls. We will cover everything from the absolute easiest entry point to the foundational skills that will serve you for a lifetime of cultivation. We will demystify the jargon, simplify the science, and give you a clear, actionable path. Think of this as your complete roadmap. Let's get started. The foundation, before you even touch a spore. Success in mushroom growing is determined long before you mix your substrate. It starts in your mind and with your preparation. Know thy enemy and thy friend in order to fight the war on contamination. Before we talk about growing good fungus, we must talk about bad fungus and bacteria. In the world of mushroom growing, this is the eternal war. Your friend is your chosen mushroom mycelium. It is strong, but it needs a head start. Your enemies are the millions of spores and bacteria floating in the air, living on your skin, and clinging to every surface. They are invisible, fast, and ruthless. If they get to your food source, the substrate, before your mushroom mycelium does, they will consume it, and you will get a stinky, colorful mess instead of mushrooms. The golden rule of mushroom growing is cleanliness. It is not just important, it is everything. Your primary job as a cultivator is to give your mycelium a sterile, clean head start so it can colonize a substrate before any contaminants can move in. Every step you take from now on will be viewed through this lens. How can I make this cleaner? What you can use to have basic sterile conditions. The golden rule of mushroom growing is cleanliness. It is not just important, it is everything. Your primary job as a cultivator is to give your mycelium a sterile, clean head start so it can colonize a substrate before any contaminants can move in. Every step you take from now on will be viewed through this lens. How can I make this cleaner? What you can use to have basic sterile conditions. 70% isopropyl alcohol. This is the best. It is your best friend. Use it to wipe down every surface, your hands, your gloves, and tools. 70% works better than 91% because it has more water content, which helps it penetrate cell walls and kill microbes more effectively. The still air box. This is your first and most important piece of equipment. It's a simple, clear plastic tub with 2 armholes cut in the side. Working inside a still air box drastically reduces the number of airborne contaminants that can fall into your work. We will discuss how to use it in detail later. Face mask and gloves. You are a walking bag of contaminants. A mask prevents you from breathing germs onto your project. Nitrile gloves prevent you from transferring them from your hands. Flame source, a small butane torch or a good lighter. This is for sterilizing the metal needle of a syringe until it is red hot. Embrace this mindset now, and you will save yourself countless hours of frustration. If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up share it with someone who needs to see it, and make sure you smash that subscribe button so you don't miss our next one. Choosing your first mushroom, the champions for beginners. Not all mushrooms are created equal, especially for beginners. Some are demanding, slow, and unforgiving. You want to start with a fighter, a vigorous, aggressive, and forgiving species. Here are the top recommendations for your first grow. Oyster mushrooms, Pleurotus species. This is the undisputed champions for beginners. They are ridiculously fast, aggressive colonizers, and they thrive on a wide range of cheap substrates: straw, coffee grounds, cardboard, sawdust. They are also forgiving of less than perfect conditions. Recommended strains: blue oyster or pearl oyster. They are reliable, produce large, beautiful clusters, and taste amazing. For a bit of a challenge with a huge reward, king oyster is another fantastic choice, known for its thick, meaty stem. This is why we are primarily focusing on growing oyster mushrooms, as they are the most versatile and a perfect starting point for indoor cultivation. Understanding the mushroom life cycle. From spore, to grow something, you must understand its life. Let's simplify the mushroom life cycle using an apple tree analogy. Spores. These are the seeds of the mushroom. They are microscopic and are produced by the millions in the gills of a mature mushroom. Like apple seeds, each spore contains unique genetic information. Germination. When a spore lands on a suitable food source, like a fallen log in nature or your sterilized grain in cultivation, and conditions are right, it sprouts into a single tiny thread called a hypha. Mycelium. This single hypha will find and fuse with other compatible hyphae from other spores to form a network. This network is called mycelium. This is the main body of the organism. The mycelium is the tree in our analogy. It lives underground or inside a log, digesting and breaking down organic matter. It looks like a web of fine, white, thread-like roots. Colonization. This is the process of the mycelium growing and spreading, completely consuming and taking over its food source, your substrate. A fully colonized jar of grain is a jar full of pure, white, healthy mycelium. Pinning, primordia formation, when the mycelium has run out of food or senses a change in environmental conditions, like fresh air and light, it knows it's time to reproduce. It begins to form tiny, baby mushrooms called pins. This is like the apple tree starting to form blossoms. Fruiting. The pins rapidly grow and develop into full-size mushrooms. These are the apples on our tree. Their job is not to feed the mycelium, but to spread spores to start the cycle all over again. Spore release. The mature mushroom releases its spores into the air, and the cycle begins anew. Understanding this cycle is crucial. Every step you take in cultivation is designed to help the mycelium through one of these stages. If you're enjoying today's video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to see it, and make sure you smash that subscribe button so you don't miss our next one. The easiest entry point or starting point to mushroom growing is using a mushroom block or mushroom grow kit or mushroom garden. If you want to bypass all the sterilization and preparation and get straight to the magic of fruiting, a grow kit is your perfect starting line. A grow kit is a block of substrate that has been fully colonized by healthy mycelium and is ready to produce mushrooms. All the hard work has been done for you. This is the best way to learn the fruiting stage without the risk of early contamination. The step-by-step mushroom block, mushroom garden, mushroom grow kit guide. What you'll need: your oyster mushroom grow kit, a sharp knife or box cutter, a spray bottle mister, a location out of direct sunlight. The process: unbox and inspect. Take your mushroom block, mushroom garden, mushroom grow kit out of the box. It will be a white block of mycelium wrapped in plastic. You might see some baby mushrooms already starting to form inside. That's a great sign. Choose your spot. Find a place in your home that is indirect light. A bright room is perfect, but not in the direct sunbeam of a windowsill. Mycelium just needs enough light to know which way is up. Fresh air. Avoid putting it in a sealed closet or cupboard. The corner of a kitchen counter is often ideal. Room temperature. Most oysters thrive between 65 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 24 degrees Celsius. The birthing, making the cuts. This is the most exciting step. Take your knife and cut a large X, or a 2-inch slit in the plastic bag, right where you see the mycelium puffing up or where pins are forming. You are creating a door for the mushrooms to grow out. Don't be shy. Cut through both the plastic and the bag underneath. Mist for moisture. The mycelium block needs high humidity to form mushrooms. Use your spray bottle to mist the exposed mycelium and the inside walls of the bag 2 to 3 times per day. Do not spray the mushrooms directly once they form, as this can cause them to get waterlogged. The goal is to keep the air inside the bag moist, not to drench the block. Provide fresh air exchange. FAE mushrooms exhale CO2 as they grow, and high levels of CO2 will cause them to have long, stringy stems and tiny caps. To combat this, open the bag and fan it out with your hand 2 to 3 times a day, right after you mist. This replaces the stale CO2, heavy air, with fresh, oxygen-rich air. The waiting game. Now you watch. Within 3 to 7 days, you will see tiny pins forming at the cut site. They will double in size every day. It's an incredible process to witness. If you are enjoying today's video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to see it, and make sure you smash that subscribe button so you don't miss our next one. Harvest time. Your mushrooms will be ready to harvest when the edges of the caps begin to flatten out or start to curl upwards. Don't let them get too mature, or they will drop their spores all over your counter, a fine, dusty mess, and become less flavorful. To harvest, simply grasp the entire cluster at the base and twist and pull it off cleanly. Congratulations! You have just harvested your first homegrown mushroom. The next level now is to learn how to add spawn. The just add spawn methods. Get ready to get your hands a little dirtier. The next step up is to do the substrate preparation yourself, but using pre-made, high-quality grain spawn. This gives you more control and is far more cost-effective than kits. The bucket technology. This is the easiest way to grow oysters on straw. This method is fantastic for its simplicity and low cost. You can create a huge amount of mushrooms from a small amount of spawn. What you'll need: a gallon food grade bucket with a lid, a drill with a 1/4 inch bit,